Hello, welcome back to the podcast. I have with me Keli Meagher. Welcome, Keli.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being here. Keli is a divine feminine mentor and guide, a Sophia Circle journey leader, a homeopath, a cacao ceremonialist, a spiritual counselor, and the tidal wave of love. I love that. Her mission is to awaken each of us to the pure essence of love that we are, awaken us to the remembrance that we are holy and sacred beings, and in this recognition of ourselves, we will take better care of ourselves. We will take better care of Mother Earth. We can show up fully for others and so much more. We are holy, expansive, unlimited beings which have been cut off from our true powers due to this overriding conditioning of fear and separation, and it's time to remember our power.
Yay! Yes.
Yay! The love that we each are will create a tidal wave of love around the planet. Keli believes that water is our magic wand for our awakening. So Keli, tell me more about why you are so passionate about water.
Well, thank you again for having me, Tiffany. I'm excited to be here with you. And the reality of water, like we just take it for granted, right? Because it's everywhere we look. And it came into my awareness when I was watching the movie, What the Bleep Do We Know? And they talked about Dr. Emoto's work. They had pictures of the crystals and he would put different words on the water and then he would take a picture of it in a frozen state. And the words like love and thank you, they form these beautiful crystals. And then words that were like, I hate you, they were like distorted crystals. And he also did an experiment where he took rice and water and he put it in different jars, 3 different jars. And he, every day for, I don't know how long it was, maybe 21 days, he would say, I love you to one jar. The other jar, he would say, I hate you. And the other jar, he would ignore completely. And he found at the end of the period that the water where he said, I love you to was clearer. And the water that he said, I hate you to was muddier. And then the water with the rice that he ignored was like grotesque, stagnant, bad. So his conclusion was like, kids, we need to give them attention. Some attention, whether it's bad attention or not, is good for them. So
yeah.
And they also did a study where they had a big group of people pray around a body of water in a city. And they realized that the crime rate in that city went down for that day when they were praying over the water.
Wow.
So this whole like thing just was implanted in the back of my mind. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. And yet it didn't really hit home quite then. And then I came across Joe Vitale's book on, it's called Zero Limits. And in there, he talks about the Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. And they were talking about the blue bottle. So again, the blue bottle, they were saying, helps to positively energize the water. Again, I took it in and I didn't really do anything with it. And so it was again in the back. It wasn't really embodied yet that this how important water is. And then I was a part of a 13 Moon Priestess program. And one of the circles that we had was all about structuring water and blessing our water and the importance of water. And after that circle, I went to bed and I had like this divine download that how critical water is. It's going to make me cry for our awakening process here on the planet. And it's just like I said, we've been taking it for granted. Like we have no idea. Yes, we know it's important, but we don't really know how to interact with water. And so I guess that's where I'm here to help teach people how to interact with water, because water is here to, again, be our magic wand. And if it just is ignored, then we're not going to really grow and we're not going to really find that true peace within us. So water, structured water or harmonized water, is where we actually positively enforce the water with a message. And it could be like a blue bottle where we put it out into the sun and the moon. And this could be, so the sun energizes and the moon cleanses the water. And the longer you put it out there, the better. But obviously one full night, one full day is ideal. And then the messages like on the water bottle, this one is the tidal wave of love. But any like what do you call it? Sacred geometry would also positively affect the water. See, water is wherever there's water, there's life. Even in the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean, if there's water, there's life. And when they're looking for new life elsewhere, they're looking for water because we are primordial white water and fire. And so light bodies, crystalline white bodies, light bodies. So that's what the idea is that we're going to positively enforce the water to awaken and harmonize the water within our bodies. And so there's lots of ways to do this, right? There's just the blue bottle is one example. You can just actually just hold your cup of water and bless your water with whatever intention it is, with the I love you, the Ho'oponopono prayer, because you're that magnetic resonance. And so you're blessing your own water and your own food. You're that powerful. And I think that a lot of times we don't even think that we're that powerful.
Yeah.
And then also any drop of water that you come in contact with as you're washing your hands, you can be blessing the water and thanking the water for all that it's doing for you. As you're washing your car, you can be blessing the water. As you're cleaning your bathtub, blessing the water. As you're showering in this beautiful water, because water has the Akashic records of all of Earth, all of our time in it. And so if we cleanse the water, harmonize the water, it allows us to remember the true essence of water, and in that ourselves, because we're 70% water. And interestingly enough, the Earth is also 70% water, which I think is fascinating, right? Like nothing's a coincidence. And so the fact that we are so much water, like that shows us, to me, how unlimited we are and how expansive we are. And that's how I like the remembrance that I have when I'm looking at ocean, like this is from the ocean. It reminds me of the ocean and how unlimited we are and how expansive we are. And that we can tap into that more easily when we use our water. Because if we take like tap water has, even if you clean it, like with an RO filter or whatever, you're still going to have the energetic imprint of all the chemicals that get flushed down the toilet, all the toxic stuff that gets down the riverways. Like you're still going to have that energetic imprint. Yeah. And so you're basically bringing it to neutral when you clean the water. Okay. But if you're harmonizing the water, if you're blessing your water, if you're doing the blue bottle, or if you're imprinting it with the sacred geometry, you're actually like positively raising the vibration of the water. And therefore your body is going to take it in at a much better level. Like it's going to be, your body can digest food easier, because your body's always trying to structure or come into harmony, right? So when you're adding this blessed water or harmonized water, your body can do everything much easier. It can digest everything easier. It can function easier. It just helps you feel more alive. I mean, that's why we eat raw fruits and vegetables, right? Because we want to feel more alive. We want that vitality. We want that energy. And so this harmonizing water is the best, or structured water. You can call it however you want, blessed, structured, harmonized. This is the best way for us to feel that energy, increase our energy and vitality. And so another way that I found are these angel cards. These are produced by Ingrid Auer. She's a channel in Europe, and she often comes to the United States. I had the opportunity to meet her, but she designs these angel cards, and you can just like put your glass of water on that card, and it will energize the water with whatever that angel is. There's a lot of uses for those angel cards. That's just one way to do it. And the other way you can energize your water is to use the Anahata codes. I don't know if you're familiar with Anahata codes. They're for free.
Yeah.
You can download them on anahatacodes.com, and it's free for everybody to use. Excuse me. And basically, it's like the law of attraction of energy medicine. So Anahata downloaded thousands of numeric frequencies for thousands of things in the universe, just as like different ascended masters, different tree essences, different flower essences, animal totems, you name it, like there's thousands of them. And so you can write down that code on a bottle, on a piece of paper, and then energize your water with it. And we'll do that. If you want to do that, we can do an example of that before we are closed for the day. Off. But so that's one way we can do it. We can just write words like "I love you" on our water bottle or glass, like, and put it on there. When I was in homeopathy school, the teacher actually said, if you don't have a homeopathic remedy handy, if the person doesn't have it, you can take a piece of paper and draw a circle and write the person's name and the remedy that they need and the potency that they need, and then put your glass of water on that circle, and it will energize the water. And at the time, I didn't really understand that, like, how could that possibly work?
Yeah.
But now I realize, like, we can program our water for whatever purpose we want. If we're feeling sick, which I haven't done, but I have this cough, right? So if I pull an Anahata code, I can find an Anahata code for me to alleviate my cough symptoms, right? And so I can infuse my water with my own medicine. Like, how cool is that? Like, that really is showing how quantum we are.
Yeah.
And the powers that we have, that we just, and this tool, this is why I call it a magic wand, right? Water, because we can program it for, if we want to call in more abundance, you can program it for that. If you want to call in whatever, happiness, more happiness, you can program it for that. But I'm telling you, just by blessing your water, using the blue bottle, or using the angel cards or the Anahata codes, like, these are ways that you'll just automatically feel more alive. And the water actually tastes different. If you put side by side, like the blue bottle water with the regular water, you can taste it. It's like smoother, cleaner, crisper water. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. It's reminding me of some practices I used to do that I've kind of, I don't know when I got out of the habit, but I used to, place a piece of paper underneath my water glass with my intention infused on it to infuse my water. And I used to bless my food before I ate it. And I don't know when I fell out of that habit, but I will need to start that back up again. I do have my crystal water bottle.
Yeah, see, that's good. Yeah, they recommend, so another thing, like, you can do for cleansing, instead of, if the sage, let's say, instead of sage, if you want to raise your vibration, you can put Himalayan salt in water, like a spray bottle, and then just spray that Himalayan salt over your area, and you're cleansing your area. Or if you want to cleanse your house, you can do that too, or your car, you can do that too.
Okay, I've taken baths with Himalayan salts, but I haven't done that.
Well, there you go. That's why. See, you knew.
Yeah.
Cleansing yourself.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. I wanted to show you, since I have it here, this Dr. Emoto's book. This is just one of the ones that he did, The Secret Life of Water. But I wanted to show you some of those crystals, since you have the ability to see. So this one is, you see it? A picture of a Sanskrit prayer that formed a crystal, a beautiful crystal.
Oh, wow.
And then, so this is cool. Okay, so this is the before they prayed at Lake Lucerne. This is before what it looked like. And this is after they prayed at the lake. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
And that's how powerful we are. I love that.
I love that too. And for anybody listening on the podcast, the video version will be on YouTube. So if you want to see the pictures, you can pick it out there.
And here you go. Here's another one. This is Lake Lucerne. Oh, Lake Zurich. This is
Oh,
before
okay.
they prayed over it and after they prayed after it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's the power of water and the power of us. And
Yeah.
another handy dandy reference guide to water is this book, The Water Code. I highly recommend it if you feel so called to really, I guess, embody the wisdom of water. When I read this book, it was like it just reinforced everything that I had received before. It was like lightning, really. It just was like, oh yeah, that I remember that. I remember that.
Yes.
And excuse me, so sorry. But she talks in here about the crystals and putting non-toxic crystals in your water, such as rose quartz or clear quartz or amethyst. So that's definitely a way that you can, and even too, you can use anahata codes to infuse those crystals and put them in your water, or even just the pure essence of the crystal itself is going to harmonize your water.
Oh.
And that is also fascinating. In this book, they talk about, I can show you the water code if I can find it. Well, here's some different sacred geometry pictures. So you can download those and put those underneath your water bottle or on your side of your water bottle. The crop circles are all examples of sacred geometry.
Yeah.
And so water is here to amplify. It's going to amplify whatever intention you have. It's going to amplify that. And it's here to be our friend and our tool and to work with us to help us awaken to who we truly are, the pure quantum beings that we are, and to get out of like limiting beliefs that we have about ourselves, because it's all beliefs. It's all our limiting stories, like all these little hamsters in our brain going, da, 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 da. You're not worthy, you're small. Like we're just so conditioned to have these small thinking thoughts. So
Yeah.
so I say, everybody use the water and expand yourself, expand your thinking, and have fun while you do it.
Yeah. So how does the water shift the beliefs in
Well, because you can program it, right? So you can program it if you want to program yourself for more abundance. You can just say, I'm a millionaire, I am wealthy. I give myself permission to be wealthy. I give myself permission to be seen. I give myself whatever it is. You can put that on your water and you're just enforcing that within every cell of your being. And that's the power of it. It's like, yeah, you can tell yourself that and you can talk, and that is also powerful to say that out loud. But again, you're just reinforcing it. It's amplifying whatever it is that you want to call in.
I've heard the analogy of like if you have a glass of water with black paint in it or something, I don't remember specifically, and then you start pouring clear water into the glass, eventually the black paint water will dilute into pure water. So is it a similar concept? Like because since we are 70% water, then we're just replacing that with the
pure essence of water. Yeah.
I love
water,
that.
interesting enough, is like the one thing that can be 3 different states. It can be gas, it can be solid, and it can be a liquid. There's nothing else that like it. And then, I mean, think about like how mist defies the laws of gravity. Have you ever seen the shower, like the mist? It's rising. That's going against all laws that the laws of gravity that we think of are fact.
Yeah.
Water is saying, no, you have this ability to rise and shine just like the mist in the shower. I mean, it's a beautiful, like if you start to work with water, like you just, again, it just expands your awareness of who you really are.
Yeah.
So I can't highly recommend it enough. Would you like to do an anahata code blessing with some water?
Yeah, I would love that.
Okay, so there's a place called Hunza Valley. I believe it's in Pakistan. And they have a high percentage of people that live above 100 years old. So they've done studies on this civilization. And I'm sure that part of the reason they live so long is because they don't have the industrialized city. They don't have the toxic fumes that we have. They probably don't eat all the processed food that we have. But what they also found is that the waters there are very pure and clean because they come down in this natural formation off the mountain right into the valley. And they found that these people actually have this connection with one another where they can tell instantly if somebody in their village is hurt. They just feel it, that they're that connected.
Wow.
And so that's the Anahata code that I wanted to use for us to bless our water today. So do you have a cup of water?
Yes.
So I just invite you to hold it over your heart with your hand over your heart and cup of water. And then your left hand is going to be palm up. And I invite you to close your eyes. And I'm just going to repeat this Anahata code 7 times. And just as I'm repeating it, just see it infusing your water, going into your heart portal, and then enlivening every cell of your being. So again, we're going to be calling upon Hunza water, the connection with the water, the connection with everyone and everything, and that purity of water, the vitality of that water, that pureness of that water, and that longevity and that expansiveness. So we're connecting with all of that as we call upon the Hunza water. We ask for, accept, align with, and allow this Anahata code. With gratitude, we activate the existing frequency of Hunza water, 7722846. 7722846. 7722846. 7722846. 7722846. 7722846. 7722846. And place your left hand on top of your right hand and just take a deep breath in with gratitude as you feel every cell of your body being enlivened with this Hunza water activation. Just picturing your cells opening up and receiving this purity, this vitality, this connection to everyone and everything, this longevity of life, this inner knowing. And while we have our eyes closed, just envisioning it not only going throughout all of your body, but anybody that you're, like your whole house and whoever you live with, just see it expanding within all of them as well, from your heart, expanding out to everyone that you live with. And then from there, expanding to everyone that you know, family, friends, coworkers. See it entering their heart. See it enlivening them, every cell of their bodies. See them in their total health and purity and vitality and knowingness. And then while we're here, let's bless the oceans and the rivers and every drop of water in between all of us, connecting us all, these waters, these precious waters, blessing them with the Hunza Valley water, the purity, the longevity, the aliveness, the vitality. Every time I do this, I see the dolphins just jumping for joy and the whales smiling. And the salmon in the rivers jumping for joy as well. Saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And while we're here, let's just send it out to the cosmos as well, because there is water everywhere in the clouds, in the skies, in the cosmos. So sending out to all the waters throughout the cosmos. Connecting with everyone and everything throughout the cosmos. So much gratitude for being alive at this time, for so much support from the unseen forces, so much love and support from water. As we interact with water, it just loves us back and asking us to engage even more. And then just come back down into your heart center. Again, so much gratitude for yourself for showing up today, for listening to this podcast, for awakening your remembrance of your connection with water, the waters within and all around, for the remembering of how unlimited you are, the remembering of how expansive you are, and how powerful and strong you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. Amen. Not to be off topic, but it's a little off topic because with the whole Roe versus Wade overturn, I think that that's the biggest gift that we can do right now is our inner work to remember how powerful we are. Mm-hmm. Because our external world is a reflection of what's happening within us. And so when we as women can remember that we are worthy, no matter what we do, that we were born worthy, and that we are that powerful, like as soon as enough of us wake up to that, that'll be changed, because there's no way that's not even going to be a part of our reality, that somebody could have that choice over our bodies. Yeah. So an invitation, again, play with water and awaken yourself to that remembrance of just how beautiful and powerful and worthy you are. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I felt that as you were infusing the water, I felt it in my hand that was holding the water. So powerful. Excuse me. It's okay. Thank you. In fact, I think I need some water. Right? Yeah. And I meant to ask the significance of the blue for the bottle. Excuse me. The blue has to do with the pure essence color of water, and as well as the throat chakra. Ah. Enlivening the throat chakra, allowing us to speak our truth, be authentic in our communication. I love that. Yeah. So how can people connect with you further? You can visit me at tidalwaveoflove.com. And I am starting a Sophia Circle journey on August 23rd. It's a Tuesday at 6 p.m. So contact me. You can email me at kelly@tidalwaveoflove.com to schedule a chat, and we'll just see if it's something for you. This is, sorry, all of my little notes, but this is the Sophia Code. It's a sacred text for awakening humanity to their sovereign divinity. So, i.e., taking our power back. So, it's such a powerful book. Reading the initiations was such a powerful, transformative experience for me. So I highly recommend. And you're also on social media, or at least Instagram. Yeah, Instagram at tidal_wave of love. Yes. Perfect. Awesome. Find me there. And Tiffany and I will have other things going on. We have a free event coming up in the end of July 18th through the 22nd. So join us. That's going to be online at 1 p.m. Pacific. And we'll put the details in the show notes. Yeah, show notes. So yeah. Thank you so much for having me, Tiffany. Thank you for being here. It was a pleasure to connect with you.
Yeah, and Keli is also available for private sessions to help you discover more vitality and joy in your life. So you
That's
can
right.
contact her for that as well.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank
And
you so
again,
much.
remember to have fun. Have fun with water. Play with water. Bless the waters anytime you're around water. Bless them. Bless them. Bless them.
Yes, yes.
When I just got back from Hawaii, and I would spend many times out in the water, just blessing the water and blessing all the people, and just helping out the earth, helping out the planet, helping out humanity.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
all
so
in this
beautiful.
together. We can do it. We can do it.
Definitely, definitely. So powerful and so grateful for the blessings that you infused into those waters. I'm
Oh,
sure that the world felt it. So thank you.
thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you to everybody. Excuse me, now my throat chakra is activating. Thank you to everybody for listening as well.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
Bye.